Hey, Eagle Nation. Thanks for joining us for another week's episode of Sports Talk with the Georgian, your number one spot for pregame chit-chat. I'm Jannah Bolts.
And I'm Kevin Gregan. This week we're going to talk about the matchup between the Georgia Southern Eagles and the Samford University Bulldogs on Family Weekend here in Statesboro.
Yes. Samford University is coming off of a 25-21 win against Western Carolina at Western Carolina last week, and they won in the fourth quarter. So I can't imagine to be a Western Carolina fan last week and they saw their team go down in the fourth quarter like that. It's amazing.
Yeah,
and
tough.
Also Samford is 4-0 overall and 2-0 in the SoCon, so that puts them at the number one spot in the SoCon, the spot that Georgia Southern was supposed to be in the preseason polls.
Yeah, Samford's going to come in very confident. Georgia Southern, they're not so confident. They're 1-1 so far in the SoCon and 2-1 on the season. They're coming off a pretty close win against Elon University, where it really could have gone either way. Thanks to freshman kicker, they took the win, but
by 3 points.
Yes.
Yes.
But the series between the Samford Bulldogs and Georgia Southern Eagles is tied at 2-2, so both teams are going to come in looking to break the tie.
Yes. Also, Eagle fans, former running back Adrian Peterson will be back in town this weekend. He will be inducted into the Georgia Southern University Athletic Hall of Fame during halftime. So I'm pretty sure the fans are going to be pretty excited to see Adrian Peterson back at Paulson Stadium this weekend.
I agree.
Yes. All right, then. Well, let's get into it. I want to switch it up a little bit. We started with offense these past couple episodes, but I'm going to start with defense this time just to switch it up. Okay. So let's talk about the Georgia Southern defense. How well are they doing, and what do you think they're going to do this weekend against the Samford Bulldogs?
Okay, well, the Georgia Southern defense looks a lot better than the Samford defense. Right now, Georgia Southern is ranked 7th nationally in total defense, thanks in large part to the play by Valdon Cooper, who has 2 interceptions so far, and Javon Mention, who has 3 sacks through 3 games.
Wow. Okay. Also, John Stevenson, he is leading his team with 23 total tackles this season so far. So I think the Eagle defense is very solid, and they have their helmets on right.
Especially when they held Samford, when they held Elon against a lot of field goals in the last game.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's good. All righty. Well, let's talk a little bit about Samford's defense. Samford's defense, yes. Yeah. They're leading the SoCon in interceptions with 9 total interceptions this year. So what can we say about their defense?
Well, their defense is looking pretty good. Last week, they had a freshman make freshman SoCon Player of the Week, James Bradbury, who last week against Western Carolina helped his team win with 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, Samford so far this season, Samford has only allowed 6 points in the fourth quarter of all their games this season. So it's going to be they're going to lock down on Georgia Southern if they don't have a lead going into the fourth.
So you think Georgia Southern is going to try to score those points in the fourth quarter, and do you think Samford's going to try to stop them?
Well, based off the history, it's going to be tough for the Georgia Southern Eagles, but we'll see how it goes on Saturday.
Right. Alrighty then. Well, that's it for defense. Offensively, how do you think GSU is going to match up? They've been somewhat struggling lately, especially with the fumbles. But I think practice makes perfect. I think they can really get it together.
Well, since halftime on Saturday against Elon, they haven't fumbled, and they seem to be taking care of the ball better. So far this season, the Georgia Southern Eagles are ranked 2nd nationally in rushing, and thanks in large part to the play by Dominic Swope, who so far this season has 5 touchdowns, and he's looking good.
Great. Also, Izzy Ute, quarterback for the Georgia Southern Eagles, is ranked 14th nationally in rushing yards per game.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. So if he keeps it up, I think he will be able to keep his team alive with those rushing yards that he's racking up.
Oh, well, I mean, Samford's offense isn't too shabby either, huh?
Not really. They are a very well-rounded offense. They like to go to the air all the time. They have a really good running back, Fabian Truss. He has 7 touchdowns by himself so far this season. So he has really been running things. And also, senior quarterback Andy Summerlin has 817 total passing yards this season. And like I said, they like to go to the air a lot. That's the same problem that the Eagles were faced with last week against Elon, and it really kept senior J.J. Wilcox and his secondary on their toes.
Yes. It'll be interesting to see, but I still think Georgia Southern does have the advantage in total offense, so we'll see how the defenses play against each other.
Alrighty, well that's it for all the technical stuff, you guys. This weekend, make sure you come by and pick up this week's version of Game Day Mayday, which we will be handing out at the Georgians tailgate. We are located at the Rack this time. We're not at the stadium anymore, but we'll be located at the Rack right next to the Alumni Center that's at the Rack complex. We'll be giving out free food. We'll have the radio station there again with the live broadcast. We'll have games. Just come by. You can meet us, and we'll be happy to talk with you guys or whatever you want.
Don't forget to follow us during the game on Twitter at the Georgian Sport. The Georgian Sport.
The Georgian Sport.
The Georgian Sport. And also watch for us online at thegeorgianonline.com.
At thegeorgian.com.
Georgian.com, where we'll be providing game updates each quarter and game coverage after the game.
Yes. All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we will discuss the weather this weekend with Anthony Saylor. Stay tuned. Hey, Eagle Nation, welcome back, and I'm sitting here with Anthony Saylor, who has our weather forecast for this weekend.
Yeah, let's take a look at our tailgate forecast. We'll start off our morning with mostly sunny skies and the temperature at 66 degrees. At 11, still expect mostly sunny skies with a 10% chance for showers. Temperature will be at 78 degrees. In the afternoon, clouds start to move into our area, increasing the chance for showers to 30%, with the temperature at 84 degrees. And at 5, it will be partly cloudy with a temperature at 86 degrees and the chance for showers still at 30%. Now let's take a look at the game forecast. At kickoff, it will be partly cloudy with a temperature at 83 degrees. Sunset will be around halftime, bringing the temperature down to 78 degrees. And at the end of the game, clouds continue to stay in our area, bringing our temperature to 72 degrees. Rain chances for the entire game are 30%. So it looks like it's going to be a cloudy day. Chance for showers about 30%.
Okay.
But temperatures are pretty comfortable.
All right. So it should be a good day for some Georgia Southern football.
Definitely.
All righty then. Well, that wraps up today's version of Sports Talk with the Georgian. I'm Jannah Bowles for Kevin Gregan.
And I'm Anthony Saylor.
Yes, and we look to see you this weekend at our tailgate and next week for next week's edition of Sports Talk with the Georgian. We'll catch you later.